Alright, so this is week 1 of the cut. And in this video, I'm going to go over everything I'm going to do over the next 15 weeks to get absolutely shredded. Because this is my physique now, and this is the physique from last year that I'm going to beat on this cut. Number 1, nutrition. I don't count calories on the bulk, but over the next 15 weeks, I'm going to be counting calories every single day. The deficit is going to vary depending on how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. And the number of calories varies drastically from person to person, so you shouldn't copy exactly what I'm doing. With that being said, I'm starting off with 2,700 calories to see how that goes, and I'm going to adjust from there. I'm going to be prioritizing protein, at least 1 gram of protein per pound I weigh every single day. I'm going to get a little bit extra, so I'm going for about 240 grams of protein every single day, because I weigh about 225 pounds. This ensures I'm maintaining my muscle and strength while I lose fat, and it keeps me full. I'm also prioritizing healthy fats. This is super important for maintaining good hormones, which can get really messed up while you get shredded. So a good example of this is I'm trying to eat avocados as much as possible. This is my favorite source of healthy fats. It's the best of the best. Of course, I'm going to have some carbs. And on most days, I'm going to have them a few hours before my workout so I have the most energy possible for my lift. At the end of the day, nutrition is by far the most important part. People think they have to do all this cardio. Last cut, I did almost no cardio and lost all this fat just by eating extremely healthy. And lifting, of course. Oh, and I forgot to mention this, but I came back to film it because it's really important. Hydration is key. Obviously, it's also super important on the bulk, but especially on the cut when you don't have as much energy. And drinking water throughout the day keeps you more full. But more importantly, I'm going to take electrolytes almost every single day, usually about an hour before my workout, and pre-workout about 15 minutes before. And this will keep my workouts top-notch even on the cut. Overall, my nutrition will be prioritized on lean proteins, chicken, fish, whey, Greek yogurt, some fruits and vegetables for energy, but not a lot, and then sources of healthy fats. Number 2, training. While at Harvard, I'm going to mostly do an upper-lower split, but soon, especially in the summer, I'm going to go back to my personal split. My modified push-pull legs Arnold, that's this. It's just my favorite split. It's so much fun. It gives me great gains, and that's what I'm going with. But upper-lower is going really well right now. It's my best way of getting high frequency while being a busy college student dealing with school, rugby, friends, etc. I'm going to keep training to about 1.5 hours per session, same as the bulk. Low volume, high intensity is always best, but it's especially best on the cut because you have to give your muscles maximum intensity so they maintain their size while you're losing fat and not having much energy. Because your body's going to want to lose some of the muscle. So you have to really stimulate them. And if you do high volume, you're not going to be able to recover since you're not eating as much. So I will continue to do very low volume, very high intensity. 2 sets to failure per exercise, sometimes 1 set to failure. My rep range is always 6 to 12 per set, but recently I'm trying to keep it down to 6 to 8 to save as much energy as possible while still getting that growth stimulus. And I will be posting all the exact routines I'm doing on this cut, so stay tuned for that. But largely, my routines from the bulk to the cut will not change, because if I completely change everything, I wouldn't be sure I'm progressively overloading, or at least maintaining my strength. And it's extremely important that over the cut, you're maintaining your strength. So that's another huge tip I have for training. Don't drop the weight. Do whatever you can. Rest for longer periods of time. I love to rest for very long periods of time on the cut to make sure I'm maintaining my strength and pushing with maximum intensity and not lowering the weight, if at all possible. Sometimes you have to. When it comes to cardio, I'm getting my cardio in through rugby, but over the summer I'm not going to be playing rugby, so this is what I suggest if you're not playing a sport. I simply do about 15 to 30 minutes of cardio, anything you want, treadmill, Stairmaster, whatever, a couple days a week, 2 or 3 days a week. It's just a little bit of extra help on the cut. You can definitely do more, but this is what I prefer, because I'm not a big fan of cardio, and it's just not entirely necessary if you're really locked in on the cut. But if you want to take a cheat day for a special occasion like a birthday or something, then you can up the cardio that day or that week. But don't do excessive, insane amounts of cardio because that will put your muscles at risk. 3, rest and recovery. I have to prioritize sleep this cut. This is my biggest weakness. I've always very much struggled to get 8 hours of sleep consistently. But when you're not getting a lot of energy from eating, you have to make up for that by getting a lot of sleep. It's super important for energy, hormones, and overall living. So that's my main focus. In terms of rest, I will continue to take 1 to 2 rest days per week. And as I mentioned earlier in the training section, my rest times will go up a little bit. If I usually rested 4 minutes between squats, I'll probably have to increase that to 5 minutes. Obviously, you can't increase it drastically, but it is important to increase it a little bit if that's what you need to do. This is essentially everything I'm going to be doing on this cut. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer them in the comments. And I'll be posting weekly videos for the next 15 weeks so you can see my progress in real time. I'll be talking about how the progress is going. I'll be showing my physique updates. I'll be explaining if I'm changing anything so that you guys can really experience this cut alongside me. Let's get shredded.